Hi, Paul Lanhart with Wild Hearts Adventures. Wild Hearts Adventures is a program of Breakthrough Ministries, and we take people on outdoor adventures. Today I'm going to just do a short video to talk about mid-layers. Mid-layers are a part of your clothing ensemble that you will bring with you on a backpacking trip. And when I talk about mid-layers, we're talking about the clothing between your base layer, which you can see I have a red kind of t-shirt here, dry weave t-shirt, and your rain jacket. That's your mid layer, and your mid layer will be an important layer to keep you warm. And we do layers, as I'll explain many times in these videos, so that we can adjust our body temperature. In the mountains, temperatures can change quickly, especially when you're moving. So today, right now, we're going to talk about mid layers, and again, mid layers that layer that provides warmth. So part of my mid layer could be this long sleeve shirt that I have on. I prefer a long sleeve shirt when I'm in the mountains, when I'm backpacking, partly because the sun can be very intense and it covers up my arms and that. Some people prefer a short sleeve, but I prefer long sleeve. This will be a dry weave. Some manufacturers call it a sport weave or sport dry or many other terms. And what it is, it's man-made materials, not cotton. Cotton will not keep you warm when it gets wet and it gets heavy. So man-made materials, some kind of nylon or other type of material that dries quickly. So this would be one shirt that I would wear. But here is a very important part of that ensemble, the mid layer. And this particular piece of clothing I have here is a down sweater. I call it a sweater because it does not have what I would consider rain protection or any other kind of protection. So some people just call it a down jacket, which is what it looks like. And this layer will provide a lot of warmth. Prefer down because it's very, very light. It compacts very small. You can squish it and fit it into a very small bag or Ziploc container. It packs really small, but then it fluffs up and it provides a lot of warmth. So this is one of the pieces that I always bring with me, and I would highly recommend something very much like this. It does not have to be down. It can be synthetic. It's just that I prefer down. The one drawback to down is if it gets wet, it takes a little while to dry and it doesn't keep you warm when it's wet, but it keeps you very warm if it stays dry. So I will often wear this. And then when I'm in the mountains, I usually bring a second mid layer, and I'm going to show you that. That is one that I particularly like. Is another type of mid layer, but it's more of a kind of a fleece type material. This particular one is not very thick, but it provides another layer. This I often will wear over the top of my down, and that just gives me another additional layer of warmth. Now you can also put this on by itself, or you can put it on and then put the down over it. What I like a lot about having these layers is that, it starts to get chilly, I put this on, it gets even a little bit chillier, I put this on, and then I can add my raincoat on top of all of that. And that gives me, you'll notice if I put my raincoat on, I would then have 5 layers of clothing on. That gives me a lot of flexibility in what I can do to keep warm or then cool off as I heat up. So just a little background on, again, mid layers. You will hear us talk a lot about mid layers when you go on a trip with us. Thank you. Again, Paul Lanhart with Wild Hearts Adventures. Thanks for listening.